If being a woman feels like a disadvantage in business, you're playing the wrong game. Because the problem is not that you're too intuitive, too emotional, or too relational. The problem is that you're trying to succeed by ignoring the very traits that make women powerful. And at higher levels, that mistake is expensive. Somewhere along the way, women were taught that in order to succeed at business, they need to become less of themselves. And I want to talk to you today about why that advice is not just wrong, it's holding you back. I'm Fradel Summer, and welcome to Her Business, Her Way, where ambition meets purpose, and where women remember just how strong they've always been. Somewhere along the way, women were told that success in business means be less emotional, be louder, be tougher, be more aggressive, which is honestly funny because that advice was written for men. And then we're shocked when women burn out trying to follow it. Like, we're intuitive, relational, pattern recognizing humans, and we're told, yeah, just ignore all that and power through. Of course it doesn't work. Listen, being a woman is not a weakness in business. It's actually a competitive advantage if you know how to use it. And most women have been taught to suppress it instead. And here's the cost of that. When you suppress how you're wired, your business starts to feel heavier. You push harder than necessary. You override signals that you should be listening to. And success starts to feel like it costs you more than it gives. If you're going to be in business, you might as well feel strong doing it. You might as well understand how you're wired. And you might as well use your strengths instead of constantly trying to fix them. So let's talk about 3 specific strengths that women actually have and why you should stop apologizing for using them. Strength number 1, pattern recognition. Women are incredible at seeing what's happening before it's obvious. You notice when a system is leaking energy, when a relationship seems off, when a strategy stops compounding. But instead of trusting that signal, you override it and push anyway. You wait for proof. You override your instincts with logic that doesn't actually fit this situation. That's not strength. That's wasted force. Strength number 2, relational intelligence. Women naturally understand people. I bet you know how to read a room, motivate without forcing, build loyalty instead of compliance. You know when to push, when to pause, and you can feel intuitively when someone is about to disengage. But somewhere along the way, this got labeled as soft. So instead of leading relationally, women started managing mechanically, and it drains the life out of them. Relational leadership is not weak, it's your superpower. Strength number 3, emotional precision, or what we usually call intuition. Women are not too emotional. Women are emotionally precise. We pick up on things before we can explain them. And instead of being taught to use that, we're taught to dismiss it as just a feeling. But intuition is not random. It's pattern recognition, plus experience, plus emotional awareness, all happening really quickly. You can feel when something isn't aligned, when a decision technically makes sense, but you know it will cost you later. And instead of trusting that information, you tell yourself you're overthinking. You're not. You're processing data that other people don't even register. That is why women often know that a deal is wrong before it collapses. Why they know a hire isn't right before the problem shows up. Why they sense a shift in outcome before the numbers even change. When women suppress these strengths, things don't fall apart all at once. They just start to feel heavier than they used to. You work harder than necessary. You push when something seems off. You override signals instead of trusting them. And then you tell yourself that you just need more consistency, more discipline, more confidence. But that's not the problem. The problem is that you're forcing strategies that don't fit how you're wired. When you override pattern recognition, you keep fixing things that already told you they aren't working. And when you suppress relational awareness, you waste energy pushing people instead of leading them. When you ignore intuition, you stay in situations longer than you should. That's not strength, that's friction. And this is where women get confused. They think the solution is to become tougher, louder, more aggressive, more masculine in their approach. Sheer force and hustle work in the beginning, but at higher levels, precision is what scales. So here's what I want you to notice this week. Look for one place in your business where your instinct flagged something, but you pushed anyway. A decision that technically makes sense, but feels misaligned. A strategy you're forcing, even though your instincts are quietly resisting. Don't fix it yet. Don't overcorrect. Just notice where your intuition showed up before your logic even caught up. You don't need to become someone else to win. You just need to stop fighting who you already are. Do that and everything changes. And in the next episode, we're gonna talk about how to actually build your work using your strengths instead of constantly trying to fix your weaknesses. Because when you lead with what you're naturally good at, momentum stops feeling forced. So if you're a successful businesswoman and you wanna rise without burning out, hit subscribe. Stick with me, we're just getting started.